The resurgence of the virus was expected to put the brakes on first quarter growth, but now estimates for growth are surging. Steve Leisman joins us right now with a rapid update on the economy. Steve, how much of that is because we've seen the case count come down so rapidly?
I think that's a piece of it, Becky, but you have strong consumer spending with the reopening in the economy, and you have leftover fiscal stimulus from last year as well, and more to come this year. And that is leading to a forecast for strong growth this quarter and for the rest of the year. But there are also growing concerns about whether the economy will run too hot. Here's the CNBC rapid update showing the average forecast looking for 6% growth this quarter, nearly double what it was forecast last month. Better growth expected to continue for the next 2 quarters, between 7 and 9%, before coming down to a still pretty strong 4.3% by year end. Most economists are figuring in about $1.6 trillion of new fiscal relief, but they're also growing inflation concerns, something that's sure to come up, by the way, this week in Fed Chair Jay Powell's testimony in Congress. Barclays writing over the weekend, the continued acceleration in imported and producer prices suggests that core goods inflation will remain healthy this year and continue to outperform their historical trend over the past 3 decades. Goldman Sachs, though, looking for near 8% growth for the full year, combining the effects of what Becky was talking about, the reopenings, fiscal stimulus. And you also have this pent-up savings from the prior relief packages, but it also sees a surge in imports relieving price pressures and waning relief over time. Goldman Sachs writing, we're less concerned than some commentators about the risk of persistent overheating because of the one-off nature of the fiscal stimulus. Indeed, the combined direct effect of our key impulses on quarterly growth fades quickly in 2022. Goldman's forecasts the economy should be back to its potential by the end of the year. That's faster than expected. But the surge forecast to end in growth returning to normal, or just about or above 2% in 2022, Becky.
Hey, Steve, what are the forecasters saying about the need for additional fiscal relief?
So the 2 minds. I mean, almost every forecaster who I read says, yeah, do what you can to help those who are most in need. But the idea of sending out checks to everybody is very controversial, where there's both concern about running the economy a bit too hot and, why spend the money on people who may or may not need the money? Of course, there is the argument that you're picking up people who don't need it and people who may fall out of the regular system. If that's the case, they say, fix the system that gets relief to those who are in need. But I will say there's a big debate right now about the whole inflation outlook with people like J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs saying it's less of a concern, but other forecasters saying, hey, the economy is about to run pretty hot right here.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.